Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. LTTW. The acronyms for LTTW is
Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do, bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go tooth, Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All aces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit, it's your boy Style too bad. I'm touching down from that 2, 1, 4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I was scrolling up my articles, and what do I see? So y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must address the bullshit. R-U-L.
Rights on the tongue, she don't bend, don't break. First I'm in the fire, make no mistake. Lights up, hot mic, red telly, she's on. We got questions blazing and she's already gone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone. The buffer zone. Yeah. She cuts through the spin like a blade through a thread. They dodge, she advances, stays 3 moves ahead. Every word measured, every side I known. Tried to box her in, she redraws the whole zone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone. The buffer zone. The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away.
curtain, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep, eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Man, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all.
I'm the champion, feel the rush, the crowd goes wild.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously. I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame, that nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking they tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, boy, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch they speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets.
Shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to across the states, to across the pond. Salute. Man, salute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at across the world, to all you beautiful people. Shout out to the beautiful Grow, Jordan, Pretty Kooky, Akasha, Jazz, Hope, and it's me, Andrea 1017. What's popping? Y'all know I love y'all to death, and y'all know I love y'all showing up and showing out whatever y'all can. That is greatly appreciated, right? Right. Oh, she said she's from that 614. Oh, hold up. And one thing I learned, right? And I had to think about that the last couple of days, right? You know, like, people be coming on here, right? You know, saying what you could say, what you can't say. Who the hell do people think they are? Right? You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, right? You don't have to. But who the hell do y'all think y'all are? Man, look, we finna start. Check out my boy Dirk.
Then it's Carter for Dirk. 5 seconds. Dirk for three. Yes, they lead. 2.9 to go. College and pro career. Jackson 15 of his 17 in the second half. Oh, Dirk Nowitzki answers back. Dirk shows the fake. Chris Webber doesn't buy it, but they... Into OT, but Dallas get a game winner. Hits pass. Point by Dirk. Over by Luce for the win. He gets the bounce. He got the bounce. Oh, wow. The Mavericks taking it overtime in Milwaukee. And in the road trip at 3-1.
Yeah, I've been a sharpshooter my whole life, like Dirk, you understand me? Sharpshooter, right? And then I say it's respectfully, if people don't like what you're saying, you know, they ain't got to be there, right? I mean, we got, what, 20 people in here total on Twitter and YouTube. Okay, that's fine with me, all right? And our mission is to get it bigger and better, right? But ain't nobody finna dictate what the hell I say, right? Because when I'm talking my shit and it's the shit you like to hear, boy, they patting you on your back. But when you're disagreeing with them and them, oh, how could you? How could you? Right? So that's just where I'm at with it. Because you can see how people move in these YouTube streets, and that's fine and dandy, right? Fine and dandy. And that's right. Everybody's not going to agree on everything, and that's what the problem I had. But I want everybody to know, I'm not no go along, get along. That ain't how I'm coming, cuz. Like, even though I do understand what I was saying the other day, right? But still, though, you know, what people say, oh, we hate you for doing that. For real? That little part make you hate me? Right? That little bit? Well, fuck you then. That's how I feel. If you hate me over that little bit, and I came back and explained it, well, fuck you then. You never liked me in the get-go. And that's just how I'm coming, because I respect everybody, right? Everybody. Whether I agree with them or disagree with them. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? But ain't nobody finna get on here and dictate how the fuck I feel or what I can say or how I should say just because you feel this certain type of way. That's not how I'm coming. Like, I really come from the boxing world where it was ruthless. Like, what is we doing? Or is it politics? Do people on here like to pick and choose who they want to say stuff to? Right? That's what I want to know. Is it a pick and choose of who I want to say stuff to, or is that shit all across the board? People gonna tell everybody they horrible because they don't agree with what they're saying. What type of world is we living in? Or is people gonna give everybody that same energy? And I was speaking on Jazz, the Kelsey Fitzsimmons and Justin situation, right? It had nothing to do with the criminal case, right? I just intertwined how which I could have did a better job. I can agree with that. I just intertwined, you know, how men usually don't get custody like that, right? You know, and that's just the truth, right? And it's like people couldn't understand that. So I had to keep telling them it wasn't, you know, like whoop-de-whoop. I just had to keep telling them like that's the truth. This don't have nothing to do with who right or who wrong out of them two. Shout out to the beautiful growth in the building, right? It doesn't. You know, and my thing is this. I mean, I'm not right about everything, right? Shout out to the beautiful cat. Just like I don't think everybody else is right about everything, right? But people coming out here judging you because they don't like one thing that you say. You'd never like me, no way. And that's fine. Right? Cause in reality, you know, I ain't did nothing but hold it down, you know, whoop-de-whoop how I'm coming. And y'all know, cause I'm riding for this community. Now, but see, and I know, Andrea, I shouldn't have to. But like, as I sit on it for a couple of days, I just sit and think about, right? Even though, like I can say, I can't say that I intertwined it too much, but to get maliciously and viciously attacked like that, you know, and it's okay to attack me, right? Yeah, give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Let me turn y'all up real quick. Yeah, I was gonna call this, but I still had to turn y'all up. I forgot about that. Nah, it ain't. No. It's cool. It's cool. But I was just speaking on that because dealing with yesterday when I'm talking about this situation. You got the individual come on here and say, "Oh, they don't like Candace on, and if you like Candace on, and if you heard what she's saying, then you're an idiot." I'm like, damn, or something they said into the sense, "You're an idiot." I'm like, damn. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay. But that just would have been like me calling everybody idiots, right? Because and they said, "Oh, you're gonna lose viewers." Okay, let them be gone. You can sit up here and hope and wonder, why? But shit, what the fuck is that gonna do? Right? Shout out to Hope. She said, "I love," and for them to come in here and say that to me, like, damn, man, what the fuck is this? Fuck you worrying about because you don't like what I'm saying and you don't like Candace. Okay, that's you. Do everybody gotta like everybody? Right? If somebody want to listen to, or like whoop de whoop. And it just startled me yesterday because, like I say, it is what it is, because in actuality, you see how shit be moving. You just watch actions, right? Right. So yeah, but and that's right, Kayla, 100%. But when you speaking out with somebody agreeing with and you screaming, and doing that stuff like that, like they like, yeah, right? But I want y'all to know I love y'all to death. I just ain't uh for none of that other shit. Like real talk. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like what I'm saying, you ain't got to listen to me, you know. And I don't say that disingenuously because I want everybody to. But I'm not gonna let nobody sit up here and try to play me and I ain't saying that disingenuously, y'all. I want everybody to listen to me. But I'm not finna sit up here and play go along, get along for not a motherfucking person like that. People could play go along, get along all the fuck they want to, right? I'm gonna speak on it. If you think it's wrong, okay. Lose this and lose that, okay. So what? So fucking what? Either people gonna rock with you or they ain't. But I'm not finna. And that's what I learned. Like, especially being new to this community, and it was hard to like think about that shit like, damn. So I gotta speak how you want me to speak for y'all to rock with me. What is we doing here? Oh, and if I don't, or if I say something, like you want me to say no, mama, and kiss some ass? No. I'm not doing that. Right? Like whoopty whoop, 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 whoop. People say what the fuck they want to say about me, but they know I came showing love, still showing love, and like whoopty whoop, whoop, whoop. That's real talk. It's real talk. That ain't me. Like I came on here, like I was saying, everybody else could do. I'm not gonna do that, and I ain't talking about everybody else like they gonna do it. But if people choose to do that, they could do that. But I just had to sit back on a couple of days and think about this shit. And all right, love you, Jazz. I appreciate you coming. And I ain't with that shit. I ain't with none of that shit. I'll let other shit too. Cause like, man, it's crazy. This shit is crazy over here. Exactly. And then, but people try to judge you off that. The fuck, man. So speaking your truth. God damn. Is it about losing your audience or speaking your truth? Like real talk. But people love you when they love you. And then they don't because they don't agree or a situation happened, right? Then diagnose the situation and then all the fingers get pointed. But it is what it is. I'm just here to let y'all know. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel no more, right? I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. And if you don't like it, like Akasha say, just move the fuck on. Just move on. Because I'm going to keep speaking on it. Whether I got 8 viewers, 100 viewers, or whatever, I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? I'm going to keep going. Yeah, you'll never change someone's mind insulting them. I'm going to keep going, right? And it is what it is, right? That's why y'all see me starting to do other stuff now. It's to cover other stuff they got to deal. I'm covering other stuff now, right? And still gonna continue to cover shit over here, but I'm starting to branch out a little bit more because that shit kind of pissed me off, right? Even though I'm mischaracterized, I could agree with that. And I came back and said, you know how I did that, and I apologize. But geez, the way I came at, and geez, the way somebody came on here yesterday telling me I'm gonna lose this because I'm talking about this because they don't like that person who talking. Man, what is we doing? What is we doing? Tell other people that too. When y'all don't like a person they talk about, I want to see that same fucking energy. And I'm talking about like the person who came here yesterday and said that shit, right? Just came in here talking about, oh, you don't know, you're gonna do. The fuck is you to tell me what I could talk about? Because when I was just talking about something, I got criticized on that. Think about it. Even when I did the interviews, I got criticized on that. Huh? So it is what it is. I just had to just sit back and think about it. You know, listen, you gonna like it or you're not. Right? Seriously, and if you don't like it, more power to you. Right? But if you rock with somebody, rock with them. If you don't, just don't. Right? Don't come in here once in the blue moon, then try to say something. Don't do that. Don't do that. But shout out to Lionel Nation, right? Because he say, this is exactly how Tyler Robinson walks free. Let's take this walk. Now, before we take this walk, y'all, if you got any other social media, please, please, please share. If you ain't hit that like button, please hit that like button. If you ain't hit that share button, please, please, please. And if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe, right? I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to do that. And shout out to Pretty Kooky, man. This amazing ass song for Erica Buffer Zone. And we'll be right back and we'll get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rights on the tongue, she don't bend, don't break. First I'm in the fire, make no mistake. Lights up, hot mic, red telly, she's on. We got questions blazing and she's already gone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone. The buffer zone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She cuts through the spin like a blade through a thread. They dodge, she advances, stays 3 moves ahead. Every word measured, every side I known. Tried to box her in, she redraws the whole zone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone.
The Pretty Kooky, man, with the buffer zone, man. This song is for Erica. Salute, love it to death. Shout out to the beautiful Dusty Rose that's in the building. Salute, salute, salute. I appreciate everybody. If y'all did hit that like, and if y'all did have a social media, y'all could share on. I mean, that helps me out a lot. All right, because we ain't on none of that other shit no more. We ain't, because like I say, before y'all knew me, y'all know, I'm going to start on that bullshit again, right? And I must address the bullshit, right? Like that's how I am, right? But I'm not gonna lie, with this community, it done helped me to a whole lot. I can't sit up there and disregard that either, right? But in the same way, in the same sense, like I address the bullshit, you know. And if you feel like I'm wrong, say it. Don't come on my fucking lie telling me what the fuck I'm gonna lose, right? Because it's already done been lost. So what? But it's all about gaining back, and that's what type of time we on. So I appreciate everybody. So, man, as y'all know in this case, man, all this new evidence that came out, right? In the Charlie Kirk case, Tyler Robinson on trial, and they pursuing the death penalty, right? New information that came out that they put the wrong picture of the rifle that was made from World War II, right? The bullets didn't match. None of his fingerprints was on
the gun. It was 7 other fingers shot to Candace Owens, right? They were showing the inconsistencies, right? And, right? They showing a lot of inconsistencies are major. And 2 days ago when this news came out, my people, this is the key factor. The sheriff who came in front of the podium, when this news came out that the bullets didn't match, no fingerprints on the gun, he resigned abruptly. He quit. Listen to Candace Owens yesterday, and she told me about this guy, Lionel Nation. It's going to be my first time hearing him, right? But he said this is exactly how Tyler Robinson will walk free. So everybody, I appreciate y'all. I salute y'all. Let's take that walk with Mr. Lionel Nation himself. Exactly. I agree with you, Akasha. 100%.
I've been a lawyer. Easy for me to say. I've been a lawyer for 43 years. I was a former prosecutor. I'm licensed in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and the District of Columbia, as well as a number of federal courts as well. Southern District, Eastern District, Second Circuit Court of Appeal, New Jersey, Philadelphia. You got that? Okay. Yeah, been around.
And don't get it twisted. Let's gonna be deceived. This is a very intelligent man. Let's not get that twisted. He the truth. The barking mad in the building.
I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but what I'm saying is this is what I've been doing. And one of the things which is the most difficult sometimes for a non-lawyer to do, and by the way, this isn't meant to be pedantic or to be rules of the road, is to explain the way the courtroom works versus what we think in real life. For example, when it comes to Charlie Kirk, there are a number of concomitant, simultaneous investigations. One is the theories behind who might have been involved. Remember, there's 4 parts of this whole story which are interesting. The first is the crime itself, the trial, that crime. The second is the identity of the assailant. The third is the motivation, which is less important. And the fourth is everything that has to do with Erica, who was the funniest part of this whole thing, because she is just, I don't have to tell you. So when it comes to the case, the case itself involving Tyler Robinson, a couple of things that we have.
Did you hear what he said? Right? And shout out to Mr. Lionel Nation. He said it's a difference than what we think and what the court think. And he breaking it down for us, y'all.
To establish ahead of time. First, we don't know really what's in the evidence, what's in the actual discovery material, what has been turned over, what will be turned over by the prosecutor. I want to see right off the bat. If I ran it any way I can, I've got my experts. My experts are the ones who help me. And the first thing I'm going to do is let's talk the forensics. something has to cause the death, something, some hemorrhaging, some internal damage, trauma. Sometimes it's pretty evident, brain and that sort of thing. So I want to know specifically, what was it? What was it? Just because you're shot in the throat doesn't mean it's going to kill you. What was it? Internal hemorrhaging. What was it? What was the official cause of that? Now,
you.
don't ever be confused with the forms of death. Think of this little acronym, NASH, NASH, natural, accidental, suicide, homicide, and actually unspecified. That's a NASH. But for the most part, this is a homicide. And a homicide is defined as a death caused by someone else. It wasn't natural.
Are we messing up, y'all? We messing up? Damn, y'all couldn't hear? Let me know, because I want to make sure. Oh, man. If y'all can hear me talking now. If y'all can hear me talking now, let me know. Yeah, I'm always messing up, man. If y'all can hear me now, let me know, though. Uh-oh. You
This little acronym, NASH, NASH, natural, accidental, suicide, homicide, and actually unspecified. That's a NASH. But for the most part, this is a homicide. And a homicide is defined as a death caused by someone else. It wasn't natural. It wasn't accidental. It certainly was not self-harm. It was homicide. Okay.
So, natural, accidental, self-harm, homicide, NASH. That's what I learned today. Natural, accidental, self-harm, homicide. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Natural, accidental, self-harm, homicide. Right? That's clear cut, no debating. Right? We seen him do like that. But also, we seen a lot of camera angles that look different. And also, I learned yesterday, the dude who was shooting the camera angle, right, is the defense lawyer of Tyler Robinson. Oh, my God. What is this? But hopefully, we good. I just had to stop it for a second. Let's continue.
So that's critical. What carotid, internal, well, what is it? What is the, and give it to me in medical pathology talk. And I turn it over to my expert, the doctor, or whatever, and I say, what do you think? Yep, that makes sense. Number two, what was recovered? Let me see this. Don't tell me fragment. Don't tell me. I want my guy or gal to look at it. What is this? Show me.
Exactly. 2 days ago, that the bullet didn't match the gun. Oh, and we also found out it's 600,000 new page documents that just got sent to the defense with 2 months before the trial. Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, the pathology reports, if they're videotaped, sometimes they are, but for the most part, they're very, very thorough. What is it? If he shows shards, what does this shard look like? Is it a projectile that's blunt, Or is it, as some people have suggested, I'm not suggesting this, somebody else might have, an exploding microphone, an exploding lavalier.
Now, why they would say exploding microphone, you done heard a lot of theories like that. And like he said, he ain't saying it, I ain't saying it. But it's possible. There's a lot of people who insinuating that.
Mike, I'm just saying, I'm not suggesting that shard, if it were to, to be detonated entering this way, where this would be an exit or an entrance wound as well, would be different. Let me see the composite. Did you test it? What is it? Is it plastic? Is it hardened plastic? Is it resinous? Is it metal? Is it lead? Is it? See what I'm saying? Don't tell me.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, Mr. Lionel, I see exactly what you're saying. Right? And the defense needs to know all of that. They need to know all of that. 2 months, case out, discovery. No, what is this? They're going for the death penalty. Is this real what we looking at? Not saying what is what, because he might be guilty, he might not. I don't know, but it's questionable.
Fragment. I want the fragment tested. And I'm sure they've kept the fragment. I'm sure they are there. And with them independently checked, what is this fragment? What is this thing you found in his throat or this area, this cervical area? What was it? Don't tell me the round. Did it
Boy, operator error is in full effect, right? Oh my God. Look, operator error is in full effect. Operator error is in full effect. What's going on, young brothers? Right? Well, we're gonna definitely make sure we get that because I'm tired of it. We're good at night, but then when I do, like, why does it pick it? Why does this freaking internet of mine pick and choose when they want to play through and play? Right? I'll be sitting up here like, oh, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I see them antennas fly high. Why does this internet of mine pick and choose when they want to run through. Then I downloaded these. Mother, shut your mouth. And they still do this? Man, what is we doing? But that's basically it. It was about to be off anyway. But it's still more. But I see we having problems. But I want to get back to this because I want to let everybody know I do appreciate everybody who helped. Right? I truly do. I don't want y'all to think I take that for granted. But I don't appreciate people like, who try to, like somebody came in here trying to tell me that I shouldn't talk about Candace Owens yesterday. I don't appreciate that. Right? If like I said, if people want to watch me, they can watch me. Right? Like, but I'm not finna be no go along, get along just because people see stuff the way they see it. And then what's crazy is I actually said I wasn't gonna talk about Kelsey no more. I take that back. I am, right? And Kelsey and Justin. I take that back. I am. So we ain't talking about the criminal case no more. We're gonna talk about that, and we're going off like the text message. Like one of them text messages interesting. Yeah, that's like Crawford said. They know how to run this on the right. One of them text messages are interesting. Listen to Jimmy read them the other day. Oh man, and that's why I respect the shit out of Jimmy. Because, like he said, he talking about this, and it looked like this away to him. He done deal with whoop-de-whoop like this and whoop-de-whoop like that. He know. Right? So that's what I'm looking at. Right? So let's get that right. Because this is a court case, right? And I'm going to be honest, like, no, right? And I'm going to be honest, just like, what bothered me, y'all, the most is when he was up there talking to her and he told her, oh, you're fucking terrible or something. Okay. Right? Okay. She ain't even about none of that. Okay. Right? Like, people call each other names when you get into it, right? And what tripped me out, you had this one broad that was actually in the chat. Like one of the biggest turncoats out here, right? In the chat. When we know how you are trying to get on here and tell me something, are you kidding me? And he might was wasted. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, y'all could probably tell better than me. I don't know. Right? And I don't know if he was wasted or not. Right? But him cussing one time, okay. Okay. Yeah, but and then I could also look at it like this too. I could also look at it that thing was recording, and like I could really look at that scene and choreographed. And I'm being honest, y'all. By the way she was talking, huh? What you do is come up here and lay down, huh? I'm trying to get you to come lay down, huh? Right, and just the way it was worked. I'm not saying that it was that. I'm just saying it seemed like I could look at it too. It seemed like that was choreographed. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Like girls done recorded me before, right? Like people act like that's not normal when you arguing with somebody, they record you, and you know, like that doesn't happen. Then they try to act like they the innocent one. It could be for a man or a woman, right? But I'm talking about me as a man dealing with women. A woman done recorded me before, right? And on there acting all innocent, not knowing that you're getting recorded, and they letting you talk all the shit, right? They letting you talk all the shit, right? And you know, they acting like this, or just like a woman. If a man done did it to y'all, like it go like that, right? You know, my thing is, I'm not talking about the criminal case no more. This ain't got nothing to do with this. It's over with. We done said what I had to say about that, like whoop-de-whoop. Now we on to the next phase, right? Now it's about this, right? It's about this. And another thing, yeah, because they're all, yeah, and yeah, exactly. We might be. And what's crazy is, right, that was an excellent microdots visual he did on that. But it seemed like it was just so in favor of her, like she was an angel, a sweet pea on there. I'm talking about with the video, right? Because it's just hard for me, right? Me personally, not saying it happened, right? It's just hard for me to believe that she was just a peach the whole time. Do y'all believe that? I'm just asking. Like they look like they went there with each other, right? It was a great visual. It may be the truth. It may be the truth. And that's exactly how it went. But it's just hard for me to believe that's exactly how it went. Of her, you know, like, and she didn't do nothing. But see, when he did the one for Karen, it just make more sense. That was actual reality where you could look at it, right? And see it. Hey, like I said, we need more evidence out, right? I need to see more evidence, right? I do, right? You know, I do have questions. Why did her bridesmaids turn on her? People say jealousy. Is that so? We've been political. Who we picking for jealousy? Because, like I said, in the Corey Richards case, when everybody went against her, they was like, "Oh, she did it." So I want to know if Why did her bridesmaids go against her? That's a question I want to know. Why? Is that don't make y'all wonder? No, but that's what I'm saying. We might do though. Because I know they got stuff on each end. I know they got stuff on each end that they gonna bring to the table, right? I know Kelsey got stuff she gonna bring to the table. I know Justin got stuff he gonna bring to the table, but let people tell that he ain't got nothing he may not. And like I said, my theory is Justin is fuck. That's what people say, right? That's what people say, right? But when I think about what went on in that party down there, was it just like, oh, he pushed her and she said she didn't slap him, and like this is a like, is that all that happened? And some women do be that way. So I ain't putting that past her. I ain't putting that past the bridesmaids, but I'm not putting it past either. Why is they taking his side? And I'm not just gonna say they taking his side because they effing him, but that's a great possibility. But I can't just say that. Why? And I know the shrooms. I get it. But look, what I'm also saying is right here. She is a police officer who knew he did all of that, right? Even though he was wrong, he was definitely 100% wrong for doing it, right? But they engaged, married. I don't think this just came up before that. And we just don't know, but I'm telling you this, right? Like I say, I ain't protecting nobody in this situation, right? That baby need to be with both parents, right? But I want to see what Justin and them got. I wonder what they got. I heard people on here talking about their family, and that could be true. But that's all I heard them saying. They got a powerful family. So y'all don't think they got nothing else? It's just a powerful family? That's all I'm asking. Oh, yes, you will see every side of somebody in 2 years. Not every side, but if you're doing stuff like that, they're gonna, I mean, not everybody, but most of the time. Not all, so you're right. But 2 years and she don't, I'm, look, in cases that do happen like that, but this is just my belief. It's hard for me to believe that she didn't know that he was doing all that. And that's on him. Because he was doing that. Just like he was smoking all that weed in the school zone. That's going against him. Right? Oh, that's what they say. Right? That's going against him. It's going to get used against him. I just, And that's what I'm saying. They talk about his family, Akasha, right, being this powerful, right? And that could be the case. I'm not disregarding that. But couldn't it also be the case that they got something on her? Couldn't that also be the case? Like, we don't know nothing. I heard y'all saying his parents are this powerful, and that could be true. But could it also be the case to where he actually got something on them, and the people are telling the truth because they say she went down there and she was. I mean, I'm saying that's what they say. On the video, I see her story. She said it was nothing like that. That is true. Sometimes you would already see that, but in some cases, I think they don't too, though. But you're right. It makes sense. I'm just curious. What y'all think about them phone calls he was making? Because people took them phone calls and they was like, oh, look at him. He acting like this, he acting like I've heard a lot of women, get on the phone, act like that. They just sound like a concerned individual to me, whether he was lying or not. I don't know. But he sounded concerned. Oh no, I don't think she's a unfit mother at all, right? I don't think she's an unfit mother at all. That never. Oh no, she's not an unfit mother. Not at all. I don't think she's an unfit mother at all, right? It's like I don't think he's an unfit father at all, right? I think their relationship was toxic and effed up. But I'm being honest. I don't think she's an unfit mother, and I don't think he's an unfit father. Now, if it comes out that he was being shady, right? And lied about some things, then you look at that different. But we have to apply that same way to her, right? That same way to her. Yeah, and that's and I get why you don't agree with him, right? I get it. I could definitely understand that. You know why a lot of people don't agree with him. But I just can't get over the fact that them bridesmaids are friends. They not there. And I don't hear nobody talking about that, but they saying either they think he effed her, or one of them, or they jealous. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, yes, they do. Just like dudes do, too. Like real talk, dudes be tripping, too. They do the same shit. They'll bang on your, they have a woman bang your homegirl like whoop-de-whoop. They go, they do. Trust me. Yeah, and Jimmy went over them text messages. I think Jimmy broke it down. Great shout out to the beautiful Jen-O. Shout out to the beautiful Jen-O. Jimmy broke it down. I mean, I agree with how his assessment. Everybody probably did. But I agree with it the way he broke it down. Just talking about the text. Just talking about the text. You know. And nah, that's good, Caleb. Nah, that's great. Right? And I commend you with the highest for that, right? And when you say because why lie? In what area, Akasha? Oh, why lie about I mean, it's a possibility he was scared. She's a trained officer. We all forgetting that. Not saying she gonna do that, but she's a trained officer. Not saying she was gonna do that. It could be fabricated in lies that he's spitting out his mouth. But the one thing I go to is that happened. He hadn't seen her right since the trip they went on, right? And that's when she was trying to get him to come back, right? And then on the text messages, it wasn't like he told her he needed gas money, and then like Jimmy broke it down so great, man. So great. So great. Jimmy is the greatest. He broke it down so great, right? When he clearly told her he left his debit card and stuff over there. And she like, well, I paid all the stuff, and they're like, whoop-de-whoop. So, yeah, where's his sister where his sister attacked Kelsey? Yeah, I seen that. Oh, that was after the trip. Oh, okay. So she seen him the night before, and she was begging him to hold the baby, but he wouldn't. Okay. Now it's fucked up. You know, he didn't do that, but I'm gonna say it's fucked up. He did that. Right. I'm gonna just say that. Cause you know, a lot of people, what I seen, what they was blaming me of, right? What I seen in a bunch of other chats, you know, they were mixing the two. They were mixing two situations and putting it on Justin, right? I'm gonna be honest. Is that fair? To where they blaming Justin for the horrible thing Noonan did? Is that fair? If he felt like he felt, is that fair? Do did do we actually think Justin knew that they was gonna go over there and do that to her? And that's mixing, and wouldn't that be mixing the two? I'm just asking. Because, being honest, I could look at him being concerned. Like, can I put that jacket on his back saying that he knew that they was going to go over and do that to her? I can't. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I can't do that because that's mixing the two. Like, I can't. Yeah, the police responded the way they did, but can we just say, she said, no, problem is it was a domino effect. And that's what I'm hearing everybody saying. He caused it, right? And I respect people. Yeah, yeah. And look, I respect it, what everybody's saying, but I can't put that on him that he is the reason she got that happened to her. I just can't. And like I said, he was an asshole on the recordings, but we all be assholes. But yeah, and that was wrong. But and she say some stuff got missing. I got to see that come through. I just can't, like whoop de whoop. But I also remember telling them that he can go over there and do that, right? So that's what I'm saying is we're gonna put that on him or her. They say he could go break in, right? Now, the petty shit he did was take the dog too. That was petty. That was petty. He went and got, I can't wait. The shooting had nothing to do with him. I agree, Andrea. And that's what I'm trying to tell. And I understand how people feel to where they can see that, but they got on me for mixing two situations. And that's the same thing I feel like people doing with that. And Jen said he went out and got an order behind her back after telling her he met her at the park plotting with her friends. He thought taking her baby and effectively ending their relationship would cause her to be sectioned and give him a better chance of getting custody and not having to pay child support. This is all stemming from him not wanting to pay child support. Possibly could be true. 100%. But I also know if you think somebody is crazy, right? You better hurry up and do something about it. Make some calls. Just being objective. Yeah, lie to a person. You know what this person is capable of, right? Well, he didn't tell the police. He said, this advocate that he moved out and didn't live there anymore. The police didn't know that. Yeah. But the thing is, he still had stuff over there. You could tell from the filings after he wanted the proceeds from the house sale, he went into her laptop and did all kinds. Yep, he did that. He did that. He did. I mean, that's what I'm hearing them saying. He did that. Right? And if he did that, he definitely had fought for it. I'm not on here trying to make him out to be innocent, but I'm not finna agree with everybody and say he the reason that happened to her. I'm not standing on that. But he still has stuff there, right, though, growth. Yeah, they could have went with him. But they didn't have to though. And him turning off the cameras, that's suspicious, but like he said, think about it. If you know your dad looking, everybody looking at you, and even though he shouldn't have, but he was on there saying, man, he's gonna come do something to me. Right? Do y'all believe that? Or do y'all think he was gaslighting? And Grote said he still didn't live there anymore. And so instead of doing it the right way, he broke in and stole. Now I want to know, is that facts that we seen, or is that just something that we heard Kelsey say on Turtle Boy Show? Is that facts that's out there? Or is that just something we heard her say? I'm not saying she's a liar. But he took their stuff. He took her and their stuff. Yeah, that's true, Kayla. They saw it was him. Yeah. Yep. No, I agree with you. I agree. Y'all making great points. Yeah, and think about that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, her bridesmaids not supporting her, and I heard people say, oh, he's effing her bridesmaids. Oh, wow. Could be true, though. She said, no matter what you have to pay for a detail my daughter had to when she was conveniently broke my nose. Ooh. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Andrea. So like I said, nobody standing with her. Everybody say they jealous of her, or one of them effing him. Yeah, and like you say, it's also bonkers to me that my friend is getting attacked by her fiance's sisters and plotted against after that. I'm throwing elbows, I don't care, right? But what if the situation was totally different than what we seen on the microdots visual? What if she came in there just going at everybody? What if? And Andrea saying, I'm over it. She's not the person I want to be around, but they made Didn't pay to remove that stuff from my house, yo. Like, I want y'all to think about that. Because that's a great point you just said, Jen. You throwing elbows. Because that's your partner. Why wasn't they? They don't make y'all think about it and wonder. And Grove said, and like I said, I don't know the reason is I'm just waiting for evidence. Me too. And Grove said, right, if it was different, we wouldn't be here talking. No, I know that. I'm just saying, don't it make y'all wonder? Because like the majority of everybody, right, and this is just me looking at everybody, they think it's absolutely 100% Justin's fault. Could be. Not saying it ain't. But that's what I see. And she says, as a female, if everyone around me is against me, I'll be going off too. True. 100% agree. Just being objective, y'all. But what if she was the root of the fruit of the situation that made that made the situation happen? And Akasha say they may not have been real friends. The system failed the situation and drill. No, I don't wonder because we saw what he did and how he did it, which spiraled and caused all of this. So I don't wonder. Hey, I can't knock you for that growth. But I do. I wonder, y'all. And look, shout out to the beautiful Erica. We'll be right back. Shout out to Pretty Kookie.
Yeah. Rights on the tongue, she don't bend, don't break. First I'm in the fire, make no mistake. Lights up, hot mic, red telly, she's on. We got questions blazing and she's already gone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone.
Salute, my people. We back. Right? Now, since we got a clear understanding of how we just looking at everything, in this custody case, now I put this up and it make more sense since I got a good understanding. When you deal with mentally unwell, manipulative people, you don't need a system capping it on, and the system gave that evil more power. Ooh. Ooh. Who is mentally ill, though? Who mentally ill that you're speaking on, Andrea? I just want to get a clear understanding. Because I don't think now one of them mentally ill. I think their toxic relationship was mentally ill. Just looking at them two, hearing them both talk. So y'all say, Justin, we know that family is unwell. Okay. And everybody, y'all think the drug use and manipulation wasn't okay? No, not at all. So y'all think that they had that the family had something to do with this going the way it went? Yeah, I heard his phone call to the police. I did. I heard him. I don't know what to say about them phone calls though. I really don't. It's hard for me to judge them them recordings to the police, right? Because he could be batshit crazy, or he could be a really concerned motherfucker. I'm being honest. I'm being honest because we can't say he was really worried. It's not a mustard seed of a possibility that he was really worried. Remember, her friends turned on him, right? To get what they want, and they wanted that little baby. Let me ask y'all this. Carson say, and hold on first, is me and Drew say, no, he sounded batshit manipulative, crazy. I disagree with you on that, but love you. Well, no, love you too. No, I get it. I get it. I heard everybody saying that, but to me, I heard a motherfucker is extremely concerned. And he could be batshit crazy. I could be looking at that off, right? I could. Because he could definitely be batshit crazy. I promise y'all that. Then why he didn't take his ass over to the house and get the fucking baby if he was so afraid for the baby? He's so full of shit. Okay, so let me just speak on that. I'm just being objective. Like, you think he could just go over there and take her baby from her? How you think that's gonna go? You think she's gonna let him come over there and say, "Hug"? Y'all think that was gonna go easy? I'm just being objective. Do y'all think that was gonna go easy if he went over there to try to get that baby? And Gross said he wasn't ready to be a dad and stop his drug use and be responsible. Hell, he didn't even have gas money, but he had drug money. Yeah, him doing, what he doing, like whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, that's not good, but can't judge him too much on that. I know a lot of people who do that shit, so I can't judge him too much on that. I don't do no mushrooms or nothing. I smoke weed, but I don't do no mushrooms or nothing. So I can't judge him on that because I know a lot of people who do that shit, right? And that's just being honest. But when you say he didn't have gas money, if you heard Jimmy reading them texts, he told her he left his debit card. He left your debit card, like, so. And Drew said, I heard. Hello, cousin. I think he sounded like an entitled little brat. Yeah. I mean, if you looking at it that if you looking at it clear cut, no debating that he was being manipulative, and I can see how you can say he sounded like an entitled little brat. I could definitely see that. And Drew said all I heard was a bunch of manipulation coming out of his mouth. Akashi said she asked him to come and get the baby so she could go to her CPR. He had plenty of opportunity. Once again, I agree 100%. But I also understand what he was doing now. I also understand that it's two different sides to this story of what happened down there in that house. And her bridesmaids are on his side. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. And because she asked him, and he still had a chance to do something right, and he did everything wrong. Could be the case. I would have went over and tried to beat her until the police got there, at least, if I was that scared. Yeah, I could see that. 100%. I could see that. 100%. But I could also see if he felt like that, you know, so this case is tricky, man. The family told the store officer Kelsey was trying to separate Justin from them. He's 30. They were starting their own family. We'll see you on the holidays. You're not coming over every day. Yeah, that's true, but it do be some men and women who try to manipulate you to try to take you away from your family. So I've seen it. I'm not saying that is true in this scenario, but I know there are some men and women who try to take you away from your family. Not saying it's true here. Girl say, I don't believe him. I'm sorry. I should say, he had gas money. He said, I don't want my mother-in-law raising my kids either. But the girl said, I know he had gas money, but he lied to you as an excuse. That do make sense now, though, since we know what happened. That could be said for fact. But he lied to her and said he got gas money from his mom and would meet her at the common. But he stood her up. Yeah, because now we know the plan was already in action. So we know why he stood her up. We know why he was telling her all these things, right? So if we know that, you know, because sometimes you do have to do things like that if you feel like a person going over the road. But I'm saying, so since we know all that, right? What's like, he had a plan in action. Yeah, he lied to her and told her that. But since we know he did that in action, like, I just don't understand how that's still a storyline. I get it that he lied to her. She was calling him whoopty whoop. She drove by her house and seen everybody out there. Well, then why you didn't stop? I asked that question. No, he's a pharmacy. Seems like anything he puts in this system. I love my weed. I had a booze problem. I don't judge no one, but that little boy is out of control. And yeah, he could have went and watched the baby and left when she went to her training with the baby. Russia and Dre, exactly. But can we say that she could have been telling them that she had to go somewhere just to get him over there? Because you got to look at that too, especially off the text messages. No, I'm talking about two people, though. Yeah, two people. They went against her. That's a big deal to me. I'm not saying that she couldn't be right in this house, but that's a big deal to me. Both of them. So what you telling me? He daddy long stroking both of them in my future voice at the same damn time. I be hitting two bridesmaids at the same damn time. Is that what we saying? I'm just asking. Hell nah, me either. No, I'm never saying that Kelsey was unstable, Not saying that at all. But in them text messages, she did show some unstableness, right? Just like him. We know he was lying to her, right? Not unstableness when she unstable as a mother, right? Sometimes people just, get that put on them. You be in love and you love a motherfucker. And that shit right there could have you, you know. So I don't think she was unstable as a mother. I just think she was a crazy girlfriend, just like he was a crazy boyfriend. They was both toxic. I think so. I think one thing would have led to another. I think so. No. Not unstable, but she was mad as a. I wouldn't say unstable as a mother, but you could tell she was angry, right? And it's okay for her to be angry. It's definitely okay. It's okay for her to be angry, right? Seriously, because we all done been angry. We all done had them moments, right? Well, motherfucker have us fucked up, right? Can we be honest? Well, motherfucker have us fucked up. And we gonna talk our shit. And our noodles ain't right. Right? I'm just being honest. It ain't to knock nothing. We all have them moments. This ain't no necessary knock on her. She was having a moment. And that's okay. Right? You're knocking her for talking to him, whoop-de-whoop. I ain't knocking her at all. Yeah. Exactly, GNO. Exactly, GNO. That's exactly. But see, but I'm so glad you said that, GNO. Why she didn't stop? You ain't lying. I need some food up in this bitch, though. Why she didn't stop, y'all? I see my 2 bridesmaids' cars at Hunter House and whoop-de-whoop. Why you didn't stop? You see your bridesmaids over there. Why you didn't stop? So I want y'all to ask yourself, why didn't she stop? This ain't no knock. I'm just asking, why didn't she stop? She seen her bridesmaids over there. Why didn't she stop? Wouldn't a normal motherfucker stop? No. It ain't got to be no woman. This happened to women and men. And I ain't talking about like with no other stuff. I'm talking about why didn't she stop? Shout out to TC, May, Lynn, and why didn't she stop? And that's why didn't she stop? It ain't about kicking asses with no babies. Because if they can't try to attack her with the baby. I'm just saying, why didn't she stop? Shout out to the beautiful TC. And I ain't trying to make nobody angry, I promise. But hey, I'm gonna speak how I feel, and I'm just trying to be fair. Why didn't she stop? Because if I see I'm gonna get married to them, I'm talking about me, and I see my best man at whoopty whoop my one man, you think I'm not stopping? Man, you could say shoulda, coulda, woulda, but why not? Why? And I think to myself, what happened at that house? Yeah, exactly, Jen. I agree with you. You're right. The sister that threatened to fight her on site was there. Man, she couldn't do nothing with Kelsey. This is I'm just being honest. She pretty as fuck. Don't get it twisted. Kelsey is beautiful. But trust me, his sister couldn't do shit with her. Kelsey would have beat her. She didn't need to fight with the back, but she couldn't do nothing. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think Kelsey would have mauled her ass. That's my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think Kelsey would have beat the hell out that woman. And I'm saying I ain't like me and Gino said, we ain't telling her to stop to get out and fight. But it's no doubt in my mind that now one of them women couldn't fuck with her. That's just my opinion. My opinion. Yeah, but I'm not, and I get that now, but I'm not sure what the consequences would have been if she just, stop and like, what's popping? Ain't got to get out. Right? I mean, yeah, but that's true. That's true. She was trying to go back to work, but I would have still stopped. And then look, she drove by there. It wasn't another way she can go. I'm asking everybody. It wasn't another way she can go. Was that intentional? I'm asking. Yeah. Exactly. I want to know if it was another way she can go, or was that intentional for her to drive? And this ain't no blame, but I'm just saying, we talking about why didn't she stop? Right? This is what I'm talking about. Why didn't she stop? Was it other ways to go, or did she intentionally pick that route? So no, that was the way to the park from the police station. So that is for real. Okay. Okay. It's just something that make you say, but look, I don't know how much I could believe that either. Not saying it's not true, y'all, but I'm pretty sure it's other ways you could go. Could be wrong. Unless it's just a straight shot down the street. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, hey, can you guys watch that baby with me? I'm 100% with that. 100% with that. It's just so much stuff I'm wondering. with both of them. Because we know all the stuff with Justin. I want to see if all this shit is bullshit he doing. I know everybody's saying this, but I want to see. I want them to prove it. It's easy for us to say, but I want to see the actual proof. I don't want to just say, but we heard all the bullshit about him. We know what's out there, the text with the recordings, right? I want to see if all this is true. If his family is this high powerful people who manipulate this, I want to see. Because if they is, this is a problem. And then all this do become relevant. I agree. I want to know. Because if that's the case, this is a problem. But we done talked about all of that. I don't hear nobody talking about the what if, like, why didn't she stop? Why was her bridesmaids at that house? It could be so many reasons. But that's what everybody's telling me. The family is powerful. That's what I'm being told. That's what I'm being told. Could be true, Naughty. I sure want to see. Because we know everything about Justin, and we might not know everything about Justin. I'm not sure we know everything about him yet. Because I'm pretty sure Kelsey got a lot more she going to bring to the table. I'm 100% guaranteed. Shout out to the beautiful Jordan. And I'm glad to have you back from your doctor's appointment. I hope you're feeling great. I'm 100% all the way in. Kelsey got other shit on there. 100%. And I can't wait to see. 100%. 100%. And I can't wait to see. This case, when I know it's my, and I can't wait. This shit got me curious like a cat. Curious like the little dot you put the little light on the wall and the cat be bouncing off that shit. That's how curious I am about the discovery. Shout out to the beautiful Grammy in the building. Oh no, I did hear her say that, right? That she fed the baby needed another bottle, so that's why she left. I'm not sure, but I know I heard her say that on Turtle Boy Show. Right? So, definitely understandable. Can I ask y'all a question, though? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, y'all. When you know you're going somewhere, you just bring one bottle? I'm just asking. Because I know when my baby was, well, we brought more than one bottle. I'm just speaking obviously we was going somewhere. Because look at it like this. That was going to be a long talk. That was going to be a long talk, a long walk, agree to disagreements, right? So, hey, it might not be the case. And like Gino said, it depends. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But this was a hostile situation. Right. And that's what I'm thinking about. This was a hostile situation. And she may just pack that one bottle like whoop-de-whoop. Right? I could definitely agree with that. But I just look at it as a hostile situation where I don't think they were just going to be down there. I think they're going to be down there for about an hour or two talking. I could be wrong. But like you said, she just probably packed enough, because she anticipated that's how long that make a lot of sense. Oh, and it says depends. I don't know if she was breastfeeding, pumping, or using formula. That makes sense. I think she was using formula. I think so. And then also she lives right there. She knows she will be back. And Andrea said she didn't know it was hostile at the time. Like when I say hostile, she didn't know that it was going to get that hostile, but she knew on the text messages that her and Justin wasn't on the right page. That's what hostile I mean. That's what hostile I mean. And another side I would say, I wouldn't say everything which I seen in this case from him is family pressure. He didn't want to do it. He got no balls. You see him scarred. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh wait. Oh wait. That's funny. You know what? I heard a lot. You know what? You know what? It's funny to me that people say, and look, it's funny, and I ain't, yeah, I loved it. I did. But y'all don't get mad at me, right? If y'all hear bullets get shot, what y'all gonna do? Just stand there, or y'all gonna go take cover? I'm being honest. I brought my kid to the aquarium once. He's picky about the cup he drinks out of. He dropped his juice at some point. I didn't notice. Couldn't find it in the world. I didn't bring her back up. Shit happens. True. That's true. True. Shout out to the beautiful Helen Keller in the building. See you later, Jordan. Praying for you, baby. Praying for you to death. Love you to death, Yens. It's that Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania talk, Yens. Hold up. But I'm asking y'all, right? Like, I'm asking y'all. Y'all heard guns going out? What y'all gonna do? Stand there and be like, la 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 la. What we doing? La 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 la. Boom, boom, boom. La 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 la. Oh my God. Oh we. Oh my God. And look, yeah, and I ain't mad at people for saying he ran like like Naughty just said, right? But if you hear guns going out, what you gonna do? You gonna stand there and jump rope? You gonna stand there and do a dance or something? What you gonna do? Finish sweeping? But hey, that's what's so intriguing about it, right? Both of them deserve rights for this baby. I don't think a baby should be away from a mother or a father. I think it's tremendously detrimental. I feel for Kelsey that she hasn't been able to see her baby. I do, right? And now it's time for them to go fight in court so she can get some of her parental rights back. Well, you say you went to your, but how can you do that when you don't know where the bullet's coming? I mean, hey. Yeah, exactly. It was far. And hey, some people do that, right? But I can't judge his reaction, right? I can't, man. I really can't. And like I said, Kelsey said in her TV interview for both men and women, that's great. That's great. That's great. Right. That's great. I just know I'm intrigued. I know it's a lot of factors on both sides. I know that. I know that. Right. They play parts, but one thing I'm not gonna do is sit up here and say that I could whoop-de-whoop just point out any one of them as horrible. I just can't do that. Until there's evidence that come out to show me that Justin and his family orchestrated this. I can't do it, child. But I'm not giving him no pass. It's like I ain't giving her no pass. This is the custody battle now. Yes, she deserves to be with, and she's going to be with her child. Right? Right? I know that for sure. And she should be. Right? But I wonder what happened in that house. With her bridesmaids, his sister, and them. I know they said the mushrooms. But it made it look like she was just a victim. And she did nothing. It could be true. It could be true. I'm not saying it's not true. It could be 100% true. That could be 100% true. And I mean that with everything. That could be 100% true. That she did absolutely nothing. Everybody know that. Could be true. 100%. And I'm not looking the other way on that. That could absolutely be true. That she did absolutely nothing. But it could also be true that she did do something. I would say, girl, Ray, you have the right to your opinion. I just think your opinion is wrong, but I love you too, girl. I love you to death. I want you to keep on telling me that we ain't soft over here. Right? Keep telling me if y'all feel like, and I ain't even giving no opinion. I'm just saying I know I'm not finna get confused and just look at one side and not look at the other. Right? And like I said, she may be why the fuck is it so cold? You watch when they walk out that courtroom. Here's left to be a drug rehab. Like, probably so. Probably so. But that's if he. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't think he that dumb. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because the other day, I mixed it with and that's on the video. But yeah, you 100% correct about me being rational with this today than I was the other day. That's 100% correct, and that's how it should be. But I do stand on what I stand on, right? And Naughty said he got an addictive personality. You can see it the way he tries to say the right things, but the wrong things come out. Could be true. Could be. But he'll be the stupidest motherfucker in the world, right? He could be that stupid just like y'all say he is, right? If he owns something and they test him and he's the stupidest, dumbest dude in the world. But, me personally, with this being so magnified, I don't think he owns nothing. Regular family has a job. I know that, and I know about the camp that he went to, right? I get that. We're going to use that against them because the type of field that they in, right, is we just supposed to clear-cut debate and conviction with the type of field. I'm just saying that, now, I'm not disagreeing with you, Grow, because that plays a hell of a part. Straight up. But I'm saying, is we supposed to convict them off the way they getting money? And even though it ain't right, Kelsey she was a good girlfriend. I'm gonna say in this sense, right? Because you do have people who work in high places and they have boyfriends who, smoke weed, do what they do, and they rock with them because they accept who they is, right? So I'm not knocking that. She had a boyfriend who did this and that. I'm not knocking that. That happens every day, B. Yeah, wrong is wrong either way. No, they're not gonna disown you if you order Chick-fil-A. And can we be honest about that, y'all? Right? Women and men, right? Like they could work in some high facilities, but they other half, like smoke some weed or do something. And like I said, it's if you technically they say it shouldn't be like that, but come on, look at the world we live. Come on now, y'all. Like, come on, it's not a big deal, but people gonna look at that like that's a big deal. They gonna point that out. Oh, you were holding. Oh, but I don't think that's a big deal to me. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't. I think she was a good girlfriend for that and accepting him for who he is, right? Probably say just don't and don't do it around me, okay? Because you love somebody, you can't change everything about them, and you can accept some things about them. And he got fired for that, right? He had to investigate, so that's his fuck up. That's his fuck up. That's his fuck up. And it's going to get used against him. I would, Growth. I would. I would. I would. Morning paper. God damn. Man, I don't even thought. So they still throw papers down there in Boston, in Massachusetts, or anywhere y'all at? Because I don't think papers get thrown no more, boy. Motherfuckers used to be out early throwing them papers. And so he was lying. So it's a big deal because he was being drug tested at work and was passing, so he was lying. He was lying about what? Stuff that didn't bother you before you have a baby can straight piss you off after you have a baby. That is a personal, absolutely 100% true. But, you know what? That's true. I agree with you 100%. 100%. But let me give an objective, right? You know, accept me for who I am, right? Now, if I'm getting a little bit too crazy with it, you know, like whoop-de-woo, you know, make changes, but you accepting me for who I am. You know? And Kayla said, but I get it though. I get it. That makes sense. I'm not going to get that makes sense. I mean, well, Kasha said, that makes sense. And Kayla said, my man smokes weed. I don't. My job won't let me. And if they found out he smoked by association, they would pull me for a drug test. Shaking my head. I don't judge that, but if you're going to be saving lives, you can't be high. Yeah, true. 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 100%. There ain't even no argument about that. Not arguing. That's the truth. I have no problem with it. I would be smoking if I could, but he knew he wasn't supposed to and lied. I get it. I get it 100%. I get it. And man, it's going to get used against him, y'all. It's something he's going to have to answer to. They're going to be able to bring up. Like I told y'all, we already know this about him. But we know it's going to be more. I can't wait to see. Because Kelsey is smart. Just I'm telling y'all, I don't think he's smart too. Both of them smart. Like I know y'all don't like him. And you know, I have no personal feelings towards either one of them, right? Don't. But I know a majority of people don't like him, but they both are smart people, right? They really is. Because smart people could smoke weed. Smart people could do mushrooms. I know a lot of them. Right? I'm being honest. Now they say the baby comes first no matter what. If the baby is hungry, gets fed first, that baby wants to go to sleep. Go to sleep, that baby is always first. That's why parents is called the provider. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely, 100%. But the baby also comes first where a man or a woman is smart enough to leave if it's a heated situation because you got to think about that baby. Would y'all agree with that? Not saying, you know, it's right, but that's what you got to do sometimes. Like one thing I don't like to do is argue around my kids. It happens sometimes. But I don't like to argue around my kids, right? If a situation don't, bye-bye. Be like Fred Flintstone them, beep, beep, or like the road runner, beep, beep. 100% the weed is what it is, but you have to drink the cooking wine to prevent the shakes. Sir, sit down. Boy, I'm funny as hell. Oh, Jen, I was like, Justin the Muffin would definitely leave the baby in the car so he could run into the dispensary. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. Hell, say who you are ain't a drug addict or alcoholic. That shit's a demon. It's a flaw. It's not who you are. So someone doesn't have to accept that just because you accept that person. True. That's true. That's true. And they could break up. Right? They could break up. But it seemed to me like she still wanted him. But I'm from that they could break up, right? But also, it's the thing right here. If you're in a relationship, I don't like nobody telling me what I could do. Like if I want to go somewhere, but I ain't gonna tell them what they could do either, right? But you can communicate and tell them what you finna do. Don't tell me I can't go because guess what? I'm not gonna tell you can't go. Right? Does that make sense? But you communicate that to them, let you know, hey, I'm going out like whoop-de-whoop Friday with my partners. Right? Because I done been down that road before. Like, I'm like, what you mean? Like, all this extra, like, whoop-de-whoop. That's why I learned. Right? It's not that you don't curl, it's that you got to trust a person, right? And I don't like somebody tell me, oh, you can't do this. Who you talking to? I ain't gonna tell you what you can't do. Now that's and like I say, you right. When you get in a relationship, you can make things better to where the communication could be better on things you do. Get that 100%. But that doesn't mean that person got to stop being who he was before or she was before they got with you. Now, making changes in between, absolutely. Communicating and working things out, absolutely. Right? I think you're still supposed to accept that person for who they are. Naughty Dog say, this might be controversial, but weed and other drugs is such a big problem in all the countries for mental health. We need to get hands on it to sort the problem out. That could be true. But I also heard from a lot of people around the world that weed actually helps them. But I believe you what you're saying too, Naughty. That ain't controversial. That's a true statement you're making. Man, I'm telling you, that's true. Man, I can tell you stories about people smoking weed, start thinking they having, going through something like that. So that's true. I agree with you 100%. But also what's true is it's a lot of people out here who need weed, right? And it helps them. Meek. And stop arguing. You have to, okay. Let's say, hold up. Then stop arguing. You have to figure out how to be able to communicate without arguing and fighting and know when to walk away. And they didn't take time to learn that about each other. How we know that? Miss Kayla, but Kayla ready to put me in a arm lock. But I got to ask you, beautiful Kayla, how we know that? 2 years? How we know that? And shout to Naughty Dog. And over here, drink and driving is the same as drug driving. So you get banned, you get points, or you go to prison. Oh, that's great. They say she did, right? She did. Absolutely, she was trying to communicate. But like I stated, Jimmy broke down them text messages exactly the way I was trying to do it. I just mixed something else in with it. So I agree wholeheartedly on what Jimmy said, whether it's about him or her. They both was on something. They should name a strain Busting Justin. Oh, y'all hate him. Right up until she opened up the envelope and found you. She did. She didn't want a broken family. It's upset. And it is sad all around. I agree with that 100%. It's sad all around. It's sad. It is. It's sad that the family isn't together. But a lot of people don't work out and be together as a family. You know, you don't want that. It ain't something you want. But it's sad though, because you know you want that to happen, be a family. She said, this kid, my man's fucking called me asking me when you coming home. I'm at the store. How long you gonna be? Bro, I got like once every 2 weeks. I don't ask you shit when you go out. Facts. And you know right now she still is willing to co-parent and share custody. She is not trying to alienate Justin. That's great. That's great to hear. They both, you know, that's great. I don't mind him asking me because I'm not doing anything. No. Yeah, no. It ain't no problem with asking me or nothing like that. It's just, you know, when you done been through something and you done had a bunch of girls or men do you like that, when you get into something new, you let that be, no, don't do that. But then as time go on, it get better to where the communication get better. Because they're still fighting. That's how we know, yo. If I feel a conversation is getting heated with my man or he's starting to take something wrong or it's escalating, I've learned to read it and walk away for the time. Exactly. Now, can I ask y'all a question? Ain't that what, and I know y'all say he was drunk, but ain't that what he was doing upstairs? I know he came up there, he told us he was fucking terrible. I don't look at that as bad because I just don't. Or I just don't. It's not good to say, right? But that's not it's not something that's blowing my mind over, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. She may have never talked no shit to him. He may have been the only shit he won, right? But that's just hard for me to believe. Right? Especially in a relationship with anybody out here. It's just hard for me to believe. You know, as time go on, right? Once you get settled, it don't really be like that no more. But it's just hard for me to believe, right, that she never said nothing. Could be wrong. It's just hard for me to believe. No matter what the personal dealing was, what was done to Karen, what was done to Kelsey Fitzsimmons because of the powerful connections the AA family had was wrong and unjust. And that's what I want to know. And you right. The beautiful Grammy, you right. You 100% right. Because that's what I heard, how powerful this family is. That's what I heard. And I want to see everything. And like I said, I also feel like they would never have gotten engaged if she wouldn't have been pregnant. I wonder when he proposed to her. Great point. That's why you see so much support for Cassie. We see the corruption. We all stand against corruption. Absolutely. Absolutely. The corruption was against her, you know, when they came in that house, right? The police. I'm not looking at this as no corruption, because I'm not blaming Justin for what happened to her. That's just me. I'm talking about for her, for what Noonan did. Oh, he left, and I didn't take that as him trying to talk about anything, because he had said on the conversation that I say one thing, you just said 12 to me. She said, no, I didn't. It's whoever we want to believe in that. He could have said, hey, let's just call it a night and talk sober. Yeah, he could have. He really could. We all could have did that before too. I raised my hand and said, hey, I done left before. I ain't stay away, but I done left before. Like, and I don't drink or nothing, but I'm just saying though, like, I'd rather for him to lead than them still be going at it in front of that baby. And that's just me being 100. Wasn't that Mother's Day though? Yeah. But I'm be honest with y'all. Y'all tell me press 1 if you agree, press 2 if you disagree. What I done seen, y'all, is, and it's messed up, but I see a lot of people get into it on the holidays. Press 1 if you agree, press 2 if you disagree. Takes 2 to tango. That's true, pretty cookie. And Gross say, well, Ray, I don't know why, because it's right in your face what happened. Is it? That's not true, bro. It ain't right in my face what happened. It ain't right in nobody's face what happened, right? It's not. Because if that was the case, I look at what's happening to the GOAT. I look what happened to Carrie Reed. It was right nearby the face. Look how they still trying to railroad them, right? But this situation ain't right in our face, because we don't know all the other things that happen. We really don't. We can go off assumptions. You saying she can't let him get into a car wasted as fuck in the middle of the night, and she cares about him. True. That makes sense. By the end of my marriage, I was like, go the fuck ahead, get into the car. I'm calling the cops as soon as you pull out. Drop me. Oh, hey. I don't think she was innocent at all, but I'm sure she could talk the house of shit. And look how, do you see how she look? Yeah, that is a beautiful fucking woman. And y'all say Justin ain't in her league, right? As I hear a lot of people say. Shit. Okay, I mean, that's a beautiful woman. So she's a catch. Yep. She ain't talking about, of course he proposed and ended his lease because she owned the home. Boy, y'all wrong. Oh, y'all wrong. Oh, wait. I'm going to ask you a straight up question. Are you just mad because she's a woman? So people took her side? Nah. Not at all. I'm not looking at this as no man and no woman. Not at all. I'm looking at this as, we gotta be fair. I'm looking at this as we see all the talk that's been talked about him, right? And what he did. And you know, I heard all the talk like Kelsey just got angels on her shoulders, right? And, you know, she was just a peach. That was an extra narrative against Kelsey that fed of what happened and led to what happened in that house. That could be true. And that's what I'm waiting to see. Right? That could be true. It could be. And that's what I'm waiting to see, y'all. That's what is intriguing me the most, because it's a lot that I don't know, we don't know. On both sides, there's going to be a lot more that come to the table. I forgot what question. Yep. Oh, no, yeah. But drunk hot asshole would be a better dad. Trying to see how I answer that. Drunk hot asshole would be a better dad. How do I answer that? Drunk hot asshole would be a better dad. Let me think on that for a second. Y'all don't go nowhere. We finna play this Buffer Zone, a new sensation by Pretty Kooky for Erica. Please don't go nowhere. Hit that like share for me, please.
Yeah. 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 Rights on the tongue, she don't bend, don't break. First I'm in the fire, make no mistake. Lights up, hot mic, red telly, she's on. We got questions blazing and she's already gone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone. The buffer zone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She cuts through the spin like a blade through a thread. They dodge, she advances, stays 3 moves ahead. Every word measured, every side I known. Tried to box her in, she redraws the whole zone. Puff, puff, to the dome. Puff, puff, to the dome. From Erica to the buffer zone. Puff, puff, to a dome. Puff, puff, to a dome. It's Erica, queen of the buffer zone. The buffer zone.
Shout out to Pretty Kooky with the Buffer Zone. That's the new sensation, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Pretty Kooky, man. Oh, happy early birthday, Jen. I don't know when your birthday is. I must have missed it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Grammy. But no, I look at it like this. I think they both finna get custody of this baby. I truly do. And with me being honest, I don't know who gonna get the baby full time, but if I'm being honest, y'all want me to be honest, or y'all want me to say something y'all want me to say? Y'all want me to tell me y'all want me to be honest, or y'all just want me to be quiet? I just want to know. Y'all want to be honest, or y'all want me to be quiet? No, I'm just asking. No, I know. With me being honest, y'all, I think the mother is going to get the child. It's just me being honest, and I ain't trying to, be on the other shit. I'm being honest. I think the mother is going to. I think Kelsey is going to get that baby. Not saying that Justin ain't gonna have the baby either, but I truly believe that the mother is gonna get that. I truly believe that. I'm not lying. Right? Like I said, I got the no. I think they might have 50-50 custody, or it may favor her a little more. And the reason why I said it, I'm in my argument the other day. Now, this is totally different now, y'all. So I'm taking them, I'm using it as this, right? It's totally different. This is a fact, right? If they ain't got nothing detrimental, I feel like the only reason why they had that baby that long is because of the situation that happened. If Kelsey would have went to court, I think they would have awarded that baby back to her. I mean, I can't say that for sure, but I truly do. Because I'm telling you this, and this is just me speaking on facts now, right? Because like I said, we can come up with our assumptions. Oh, she could be this person. Like I'm telling y'all just to be objective. But I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing yet. So how can I say she that person? Right? And not saying she innocent or he. But the courts will award that child most likely with the mother. And that's not saying anything to be a chauvinist or nothing. It's just if you got a mother, right, with, right? And I'm not trying to say nothing like this, but I do feel like this, right? If a mother is fully capable and there's nothing wrong with her, I feel like, shout out to Bob in the building. I feel like a mother should have the children. I truly do, right? Only if they're not capable of it. Now, they talk shit about the system. One thing I do understand is that, most mothers are nurturers, right? And not saying us fathers don't do a great job, right? But I give mothers, who do the job extra credit because y'all really pay attention to detail. And I'm being honest, right? Of course, no man don't want their kids from them, but what's the best interest of a kid, right? In my opinion, if the mother is capable. It may sound chauvinist to man, right? A lot of men may hate me for saying this. Now, where everybody at getting on me for saying this? Y'all ain't gonna talk no shit to me for saying this? Just kidding, y'all. I'm just being honest though. And I hope the man don't get offense by this, including myself. Right? I think mothers who are capable or better nurturers, and I think if something happened that the kids should be with them. It's my opinion. It's my opinion, and I'm being honest. One thing I know for sure is they both gonna have custody of this baby. The thing about it is who's gonna get primary custody, or is it gonna be 50-50 custody, right? That's what the real question is. Why can't I say she might be crazy? Why can't I say that? I ain't say she is for fact. I said she might be. Like we got to read our text, man. Y'all going off Justin and his recordings and stuff. I'm going off her text messages, say, and they saying they're not crazy like, whoop-de-whoop, but you know how, come on, not like she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Not crazy like that. But crazy to where she'll take it there. I'm not saying she mentally crazy. I'm not saying that at all. But I could tell by looking at her. I could be wrong. She looks like she's a firecracker. But not saying mentally. No, not mentally. No, not mentally, though. I don't think nothing is mentally wrong with her. I just think, you know, I just know that, you know, she ain't innocent. I'm going to just say that. Not saying innocent into world. She done did something real detrimental. But I know for sure she talks her shit. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But I truly do believe that if the woman is more than capable, and there's nothing there, like women should have the kids. And that ain't me being no chauvinist, because that look like I'm dissing man now, you know? And I'm not dissing man, right? I'm not dissing man. I'm not. It's just the truth. Do y'all like that truth? Not dissing man. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't dissing. We ain't dissing. I just think women do a better job. And I'm not saying all women. I'm saying if you look at the percentage clearly will tell you that women are grade A in that position. And to be honest, I think that's why the courts need to be more favorable to women. Not saying that the courts always get it right. The first time me and my son got into a real argument, he is like, I have never had someone talk to me the way you just did. I was like, I know. It's pretty fucking obvious. So much. Yeah, exactly. And that's 100%. 100%. Now, I'll be honest with you, I feel like this, right? Boys and girls should be with their mother, right? And it's just me. But if a boy gets to that age, like 10, 11, or 12, he start feeling himself and the mama and the daddy not together, then that's when I think if that daddy's in that son's life, then that's when he should step in and get that son. Does that make sense? You know? And in some cases, you have men out here who are better fit than women. Right? But it's a small percentage. And I say that they ain't better fit, right? But it's a small percentage, y'all. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to diss my man out here, so please, fellas, please, don't get mad. Don't beat me down. Let's tell them the truth. You know, we do what we do. Take them out, throw the baseball, shoot the basketball, talk to them about the heebie-jeebies and having wet dreams, show them boxing, you know, UFC and all that other stuff in them. telling them, you know, all the other stuff. Yeah. Not saying mothers are incapable of doing that. Not saying it because I see some do. Especially, you know, with me being in sports with my son. But the percentage says, man, do it more. In a sports field and doing other stuff like that. Right? It's just the truth. Right? Just like being romantic. Right? I'm not saying that men aren't romantic. Right? But the percentage is women are way more romantic than men, which I'll agree or disagree. My son wouldn't go with his dad full time. He's a mama's boy. If he didn't have my dad who raised me look up to, I don't know how it would have turned out, but it's hard. Because his dad is trying to be there. Absolutely. My son already brought it. But my dad, I think it might be a little too late. Oh, nah, and definitely understand that what you said, Kayla. Oh my God. I definitely understand what you're saying, Kayla. And I agree with you 100% on that. Right? And it makes sense exactly what you're saying. You say you're not romantic at all, but you're not right. So, I don't believe that. Like, you may not be as romantic, but you gotta live me. You gotta live me. Barely gets. Oh shit, boy. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna show you how correct you is with what you just said. Let me do this. Boy, that's how correct. We sorry. Boy, shit hit home on the truth spot. Oh shit. Oh my God. Damn. Middle supply. What is that? Let me look that shit up. A legendary king of fairies. That's what I just looked up. Lines and everything to keep the smell from coming through. I painted the sanded field. Oh my God. Oh, Michigan summer, bro. Hell yeah, that's what it's like. It be the shit like that that make us love the women even more. Shit like that. Like, cause look, we smoke weed, and it be shit like that right there that makes our day in my John Wayne voice. Shit like that. Y'all know what I don't like? Right. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. And let me let y'all see Dirk shoot these jumpers real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all what I don't like. Hey, women, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up, ladies. Don't beat me up until these jump
Scores in the history of this game.
One of the
of the most unguardable shots in the NBA. There's Nowitzki.
I have used it on big shots on occasion.
Nowitzki against Wade. It's good! What a shot from Nowitzki! Nowitzki on that back leg. Oh, wow.
Sometimes I use the spin move, shoot a turnaround jumper.
He shoots better off one leg than a lot of guys do off two.
The old Dirk Nowitzki step back off 1 foot. That's an impossible shot.
Here's Dirk. And there it is, off one leg. You talk about guys that have changed the game. He's helped change the game.
Now, before I showed y'all Dirk, I remember what I was going to say until I got high. What the fuck did I just say? I was going to tell y'all, this is no bullshit. Before I put that clip on and got a phone call, I forgot what I was going to say. Is it because I'm high? Oh, I know what I was going to say. There, go come back to it. I don't, and shout out to Jano, she said I love that we're talking about taking this walk as I'm feeding my kid grapes because he's sick. Oh, I hope he feel better. I hope he feel better. What I don't like, and this ain't even about this, it's just about the appreciation for men. Yeah, all we get is the big piece of chicken. Oh my God. Oh shit. Boy, ain't that the truth? Oh man. Oh man. Okay, so I want to make. You made a weed box, right? Oh, no, she said I got a card a month late. She said happy Valentine's Day, gross birthday. I love you. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Because I got because we got high, because we got high. Da 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 da. We was gonna get a birthday card, but then we got high. Da, da. We got a Valentine's card because we was high. Da, da. We don't know why we got that card, but they know who our women do. Hey, hey, because they know we was high. They know we was high. They know we was high. Oh my God. At least he gave me the card. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I think this is a general problem men and women got right. But me speaking as a man, and I know you beautiful ladies do, just tell the young man you appreciate him, love him, and man too. Just tell your woman you appreciate and love what she do. Just that little shit right there make their day forever. It just make their day. Like, we ain't perfect. They love the shit we do. Like, we fuck up, do all other shit like whoopty-whoop. Right? It's just, because, it's just crazy. It just depends on, like, because I know when you're dealing with a real woman, right? And I know little girl, a real woman gonna handle their business. They gonna make sure the house clean, which they don't have to clean up by themselves. But a woman, they gonna always think, you just take the trash out, face ass, right? That's what type of time they be on. Yo, that's love right there. That's love, Kayla. That's fucking love, bro. And I love hearing that shit right there. Like, even though it's funny, but I love hearing that shit. Because, like a real man, like we always want to take care of our woman and our family, right? But man be down too, y'all. Sometimes we hit our rock bottom and you have, not all women, but you hear women say, oh, you don't got none. You ain't this, you ain't that. Why you ain't doing this? Like, and the percentage man don't do women like that as much as women do men like that. But that's a face of reality that a man got to face every day. Like, he got to get up and do this, do that, do this, and do that, right? But the face of reality is having that real woman who gonna appreciate that. And when you down like the beautiful Kayla, she helped her man with that. That's fucking awesome. Like, that's the shit I like to her right there. You know? And I'm gonna give y'all some real shit, right? And this when I was young, right? So, and this when I was young, when you were adolescent, right? We used to use this phrase, I'm gonna be the bitch to the begging. I'm just being honest with y'all. When we was younger, I'm gonna beat a bitch to the begging, right? Like I'm gonna beat a woman to the begging, right? And the reason why we say that is because, as a man, you'll get a woman something to eat or something. Or you will. You'll get her something to eat. So me, I used to try to see, like, I'm gonna check this out. She coming up to the crib. I'd be like, hey, stop and give me number 8 from McDonald's, large. I'm listening to see. She better hear up and say, yeah. And she be like, never see me again. Never see me again. And that's something we used to do as kids. And even when you grow up, you stop saying whoop-de-whoop, but it used to call I beat a bitch to the begging. Does that make sense to what I'm saying? But and I promise you, there's some young shit we was on. But we know what we'll take a woman out to eat. We know if a woman say, hey, bring me something to eat, we'll do it. So that's my test right there. Let a motherfucker take a breath and even a second in between a call. Not want to bring me nothing, girl, you out of there. And shout out to Jenna, she said that's true, Ray. And I was legit just thinking that because I thank mine for taking out the trash and fixing things and shoveling 2 feet of snow. Man, just need to feel. Appreciate something. That's true. Right? It's just a small thing because we don't even give a fuck about that other shit. We want to see y'all shine. We want to see y'all shine. Like, but appreciation, She said, I give my man a hard time, but I appreciate him. He has taught me more patience. Absolutely. And that's what it's about. Because when you get with somebody, right, you getting with them. And y'all going to learn each other. And there's going to be things that can help you work on. And sometimes, unfortunately, it don't work. And sometimes, fortunately, it do work. Right? I be trying to tell my partners now, right? I be like, man, you ain't never stayed with no woman? They be like, nah. I say, damn, bro, how you gonna learn how to live with a woman if you ain't never stayed with her? Right? And look, this is how we looked at it, because you got to learn. And I feel like that for a woman too. You got unless you come up to holy and like whoop-de-whoop before marriage. I didn't I came up and believe in God, Jesus Christ, right? But you got to learn how to live with a woman just like a woman got to learn how to live with a man, right? Because when you live with somebody, right, then that's gonna teach you, because if this don't work, you're gonna know what next not to do going forward. And you learn it over the time until you find the right one. Akash said, me too, but I shouldn't have to tell him to do everything. You're an adult that lives in this house. Look around, you can see what needs to be done. Yeah, that's true. And I ain't gonna lie to you. We as men get lackadaisical. I ain't finna slip her in front. We do. We do. We get lackadaisical as shit. Like it be them times we get lackadaisical and shit. And that's the shit that could piss women off real quick. You know, another thing that piss women off real quick, right? But if you stay with a woman, you better leave that fucking toilet seat down. Boy, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Kayla said, I felt that way too, Akasha, but my man has ADHD. Well, I don't think it should be used as an excuse. It does hinder his way of thinking. Yeah, that's true. I do cooking, cleaning, dishes, laundry, take care of. Other patients say the only thing I can't do is car work, engine work, building stuff. That's great. Bro. Our brains don't function the same, and I had to learn to understand that, yep. To him, I appreciate him even though we having problems, and I'm about to have to move away for a while. Move away? I mean, well, that's another conversation, but I just pray and wish y'all the best, and I hope everything be all right. But it's another conversation. I could talk to you later. But I'm praying for y'all. I hope y'all work it out. Well, you know, but everything happened. I ain't gonna say everything happened for a reason, but you know, sometimes, and I ain't just speaking in this sense right here, but sometimes things is good to separate sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, but sometimes it's good. Right? Yeah. And look, I mean, we ain't no peaches that like, I think, you know, and I say about men, don't get appreciated. Women, we need to appreciate y'all more too. And let me say, and I mean that, right? Because women do a lot, right? And they do, and I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like it's mandatory. It's like the way they grow up. They put it out there. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And women do a lot. Take care of the kids, cook, work, you know, go to the stores, you know, take the kids all around the family members' house. So women don't get enough credit, right? They don't. And us men need to do a better job at that, and including myself. We all need to do a better job at that. It's some men and women out here who got it down to the T, right? Because we good in every man and woman is good in some areas, and other areas we're not good in. And I think that's how we coexist, because we can learn from each other off the other areas we're not good in, that they not good in, and boom. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, and I get that. Cause and I just spoke on that, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. See, now this is what women do need to get appreciated. See, man, we deserve to get appreciated. We just need y'all to say that to us occasionally, right? Just not even. It ain't got to be that much, but women do deserve that. But look, also, right? You know, everybody ain't as great at doing things, right? Even, and they could try really hard, right? It sometimes it just say it that don't make them no bad person because it's things that I probably know I do that I'm not great at, right? And that's the truth. That's the truth. But see, when you look at a person, see the good always override the bad when you're dealing with that person, right? Especially if you genuinely love that person. Damn. Yep. See what I'm saying, Caleb? See? Shit like that. Piss you off at women, don't it? Shit like that piss you off at women. And that's one of the things that don't get discussed a lot. You know, women who ain't shit. Because that's the one thing a man gets old quick. He ain't shit. If he ain't shit, you know, it's a lot of women, you know, who ain't shit. I could say the percentages favor man more not being shit than women, but it's women out here who ain't shit either. Oh shit. Oh my God. She say, can you explain the website did not have crying on my bingo card today, but it is what it is. All right, sometimes we gotta get it out. Y'all heard me cry before, so it's all good. Can you explain to me, Ray, how a person, an engineer who holds a job, the concert, you wrong to design things to finish the campus and not properly load a dishwasher? Because we weren't trained to load dishwashers. And I ain't trying to be funny. A lot of men out here, including myself, we weren't trained to load dishwashers. We don't know how. And then one thing, we ain't patient like y'all. Just sit them in there all perfect and shit. We try to throw that shit back in us so we get back to what we do. I'm just being honest. And that's honest. That's as honest as I get. We not a lot of men ain't trained to do that. It's men out here who do it perfectly, right? But it's a lot of men out here who really ain't trained. But look, I know for 13 years, but still though. And look, this is the thing right here. Our woman be our hinder. Y'all hinder us. I mean, it ain't no bad thing. But y'all hinder us. Think about it. We're going to try to wash the dishes for y'all. Oh, yeah, wash them dishes. Okay, well, you wash them. Well, show me how you coming then. Going to cook out. Oh, you cooked it. Oh, I just counter ain't cleaned out right. You doing this? Show me how to do it. Show me how you rub to the left 2 times, rub to the right 3 times. Crisscross, show me how you coming. Y'all get it. Look, because we don't, y'all, look, we don't try. We do try, but y'all hinder us from doing certain things, just like we hinder women from doing certain things. Right? We do. But I think in a household, a woman hinders a man from doing more things And it's not a bad thing. It's just that women are better at operating the system. Does that make sense? In the household. Do that make sense? Right? And you have some men out there to do it. So listen to this style, man. I'm just one of them men who hindered too, right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of the men who hindered too. I just think women, that's why I say y'all the root of the fruit. Y'all just a better operating the system, better in the household. Now, sometimes y'all can't touch us on our worst day in the household, right? It's sometimes y'all can, but 99, 98, 95%, y'all the operators. Y'all are the conductor on the train. Choo choo in the household. Do that make sense, y'all? You know, like you can go in here and clean up the bathroom. And then and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all, but y'all do nitpick sometimes. I know, man, we do too, but I'm just speaking on y'all like it clean up because y'all operate the system, girl, in this household that make it go. He's going to raise his boys and decide not to put her on child support, but I don't make him do everything. He works. That's what's up, growth. And like me too, right? But the thing is, you know, women just like to take control over this shit. Yeah, you ain't lying. Like, y'all the operators of it, right? Y'all run the system. Y'all the point guards. You know, we the small forwards, the centers, you know, and all of that. And that's, I mean, I love it. And it ain't just, you know, we talking about dishwasher. We just be bullshitting, and we don't, you know. Like I said, it's why if you got a good woman, love that good woman. If you got a good man, love that good man. Because it's things they do extra, you know, that on both ends that you know that you're lackadaisical in, that you must show your appreciation. Like I say, we all works in progresses, right? We all is. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all like them romantic ass men? I'm asking, like, be honest. Do y'all like romantic man? Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is the thing right here. Like, if you in the house by yourself and nobody here, like, you make sure this motherfucker look right. If you're a man, right? Because, you know, if you heard, you know, like, whoop with nobody in here, but I heard together y'all can do things together, but, you know, exactly. And that's what me, like, I'm romantic, but I'm not overly romantic, like, and I think that's what most women prefer, right? And I know women like romantic men, but I'm not overly romantic like that. But, you know, you do have to be romantic. You know, you got to try, you know. We try. But, you know, like, we like our woman to, you know, come get on us like whoop-de whoop. Then like, you know, then we start feeling out on them like whoop-de whoop. Yeah. That's no case of thought. It's nice. Yeah. It's facts. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Growth. But yeah, me either. I ain't overly romantic either. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, That's an area, like, we got to work on it, as man, like, but the thing is, you is who you is, right? But the thing is, it's also about knowing that you could try to do better. Your woman don't know that you ain't all the way like that, but at least try sometimes, Because y'all know we be loving the shit out of our women. We show y'all romantic. Y'all know we don't play about y'all when we with y'all, right? We show our I think, man, we can show romantic in a different way too. Like, I don't know. It's just a way you can show. We show it in different ways too, right? Because a woman know we really love her. They say, "Oh, you're not overly romantic like that," but I think it's the other things that drives a motherfucker wild when they know we don't play by them. You hear me? When they know that. When they know that. When they know that. And a woman know when she got somebody who don't play by them and that he love the shit out of her for real. Yeah, right? Right, Caleb? Right? Exactly. And look, because a woman know a man love the shit out of her for real, even if he's not overly romantic. It's the other shit that drives her insanely and love this motherfucker because the other shit. Right now, I agree with you, Caleb. 100%. Well, that's just how I see it, though. Right. But man, we've been out here 3 hours. I love y'all to death, right? I got to come back at least 2 times today, right? 2 more times today, at least 1 more time. Man, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate all y'all. I will never take y'all for granted, right? Seriously. And I say take y'all for granted. I'll be appreciating everybody who be here, right? Sometimes, you be like, the hell? But we human beings, right? So, hey, but I want y'all to know I appreciate the hell out of y'all. For real. And gonna keep going hard for y'all. For real. Man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day until I see you beautiful people soon.
Man, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is
Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do, bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go tooth, Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
RUL.
All aces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit, it's your boy Style today. I'm touching down from that 2-1-4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I was scrolling up my articles, And what do I see? So see, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must address the bullshit.